Alright, just want to do a quick video on something that I've observed over 40 years plus of being around and observing things. Anyway, so I was watching Conan the Barbarian from 1982 because as a youth, um, it was one of those movies that I watched quite a bit just because, I don't know, it seemed I played it all the time. But I mean, it's super cool. If you're just looking at it as a fun adventure film, it's cool. But I made this connection, and I've heard it before, where Arnold Schwarzenegger is not necessarily a female, but has some kind of syndrome, Swyer syndrome, where he's like a mix, where kind of like that boxer in Italy or in the Olympics for Italy or whatever. Um, because there's some scenes in this movie where he straight up looks like he's very feminine, and I can imagine, he's in all these movies, and I can imagine Duper's delight that he is actually a she. So, because it reminded me of, you know, along with seeing this, it's Jim Carrey making fun of, these like female-esque bodybuilders, and here he is actually making fun of Conan, and I'm like, Conan, is he actually? Does he know something that maybe Conan, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a girl, and then Phil Hartman, who was murdered for either making fun of somebody or maybe some contractual dispute with the mafia. Um, but he also, dressed in drag as a very masculine German woman. So between 1 plus 1 equals 3 here. I wouldn't be surprised if Arnold was actually, capable of giving birth, and, actually had a womb, because I don't know, even in these pictures, he's got his, midsection covered up, and I don't know. You can pump anybody with enough hormones and do surgery. Um, he didn't win Mr. Universe, whatever the heck he won. Those Mr. Olympias, he by himself. He took steroids. So, um, yeah, right there. There's your probable cause. I mean, give anybody, any gender, a bunch of steroids, and they're gonna get a lot of warrior-like qualities here. But I think the joke is that Arnold Schwarzenegger has always been kind of not as they say who he is. So, um, but yeah, I could go on about Phil Hartman. He was great, and they murdered him, and they murdered his wife, and they blamed it on a suicide. They suicided Phil Hartman and his wife for maybe going to talk or trying to get out of the business. So, but yeah, it really struck me yesterday. It was wild. I was watching. I was like, oh shit, he is a she. Thank you.